What is going on, guys? This is Idle. Hope you're having a fantastic morning or afternoon wherever you're at. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 non-meta decks that you should consider trying in your ranked climb. I'm going to be going over some strategies, some good matchups that these decks shine in. So if you do enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and let's get started. So as you guys can see here, our first deck is Charizard. Charizard's a great card. He has Crimson Storm. He deals 200 damage, which is good enough to knock out pretty much every single Mega Pokemon there is, except for the Stage 2s. But what's going on right now is a lot of people aren't playing the Stage 2s at all, right? Blaziken's not seeing that much play anymore. He kind of died out in popularity. So it's basically only Mega Absol, who's at 170 HP, and Mega Altaria, who's at 190 because it's a Stage 1. So Charizard takes care of that in one hit. As you see, also, we do play the Baby Charizard. That's there for the decks that play Oricorio. You can easily bring it out, one-shot anything. And with both of them in combination, we are playing the Flame Patch. Just gets them back online right away to get a knockout if you have to. And then talking about the Oricorio, that's why the Sabrina is there as well. So this way, if you need to get it out of the active, if you don't have the Baby Charizard, you can always swap it out. Now, this deck does play 2 copies of Moltres to help ramp the Zard. And to get into the pieces, as you guys can see, the Pokeballs Research, Copycat, and May. So, super aggro deck, super fast. This deck does really great into decks that are buying time. So, typically, if they have something set up on the bench, what you're going to do is just have the Moltres out while you're setting up the Zard. It can literally win against any deck in the meta, as long as you have the Moltres ramping up the Zard. And then if you're aware they're playing the Oricorio, you get the right Zard set up on the bench. But as long as you can bring in Charizard, even on their Mega Pokemon, he has 180 HP. He's going to survive at least one hit. And it scares a lot of people to just know that he can just come in and one-shot their Mega Pokemon for the game. So definitely give that one a try. Next up, we do have Arceus. Now, this is playing a 2-1-2 Crobat line. This Crobat is the one that pings something into active for 30 damage if you have Arceus in play. As you can see, there is a Pichu and a Darkrai. So the Pichu's there to ramp up the Arceus, so you can basically start attacking on your second turn if you're going second, which is insane. Now, what's also really good is if you have the Darkrai on the bench, you're basically, and you have the Crobat set up, you can swing up to basically 180 per turn, which is really good numbers to hit. You don't have to worry about a lot of things. You don't have to depend on any evos really when it comes to the Arceus. Even if you don't get the Crobat, it's really fine. Arceus can two-shot a lot of things in the meta. He does also counter burn, sleep, and paralysis. So you don't have to worry about that because of his Fabled Luster ability. The Crobat is also really good because if you need something just to sit in the active, at least take a hit from something small and get a free retreat out. It's there as well. And then as for supporters, you're playing your typical stuff here. Copycat to ramp the deck really fast. PCL just to heal up any chip so nothing gets pulled out from the bench. Cyrus so you can make sure you chase a kill later on. And then the Giant Cape to get Arceus or Darkrai up to 160 just to prevent any one-hit KOs from any bonds that deal, basically that 140 amount. Now, I'd say Arceus, he's really good into decks that won't have something that can knock you out in one hit, so he can just come out and start return killing. This deck plays really similar, I'd say, to how Mega Altaria plays. Not just because they have the same ability, but just the speed of the deck. It's pretty fast. What you guys can consider doing too, and what I've thought about, is teching in the Baby Absol in this deck. Just so you can ping the bench and then Cyrus out and then kill something. That might not be a bad idea at all, actually, and I might consider testing that out to see how it goes. And since this is a non-meta video, I didn't include the Mega Absol, but you could also swap in the Mega Absol. The Mega Absol could take the spot of the Darkrai if you don't want to run the Darkrai, so you can do a Arceus into Mega Absol, which is not bad. So you do have a lot of options when it comes to Arceus. It's a very flexible deck. I've seen some people even play it with Lima too, right? So having the Crobat as well is really good into the Magnezone matchups because you can take care of the Oricorios. And then when the Magnezone comes out, you can just return kill it with Arceus plus Darkrai ping, right? Or if you have another Crobat, Arceus just plus Crobat will kill the Magnezone in one hit. So this deck does really good into Magnezone or Oricorio as well. Pretty up there in consistency and the damage it can output. So it does get kind of scary for the opponent if they see an Arceus with 3 energy attached to it and a Crobat there on the bench. So it's not something that people should take lightly, and you'll have a lot of fun playing this too. I love when you get a Crobat online and you're pinging and then Darkrai's pinging and there's like everything just hitting you every single turn, right? So definitely something worth checking out. And for our last deck here, we have Mega Pidgeot EX. Here's what I realized. The Mega Pidgeot needs the ramp. It needs it. So it needs the Pichu to get it online. You have to treat it like how you treat Arceus, right? Ramp it up, it'll be fine. You play the Zeraora also, so basically you can elemental switch into the Pidgeot. This allows you to also get another Pidgeot online. This list also went 7-2 in a tournament. And when I've been playing this deck online, I think I only ever lost once and I played a handful of games. I think I played like 5 or 6 games. It just becomes something where you have to understand how to resource management. And then also know when to bring in the Pidgeot, right? You always want to bring in your Mega second. If you can, try to bring it second. But Pidgeot is so cool because it gives you a comeback mechanic where even if you bring him in first and they bring in their Mega Pokemon and attack you first, you can basically win that engagement because of Giant Twister. If you flip 2 or 3 heads and they run out of energy, done game, right? You won the engagement, you're probably going to win the whole game from there. So Mega Pidgeot has this thing where other Megas can't really compete because of the fact that it has this random luck mechanic where it can turn the whole game around. But yeah, guys, that's it. Give these decks a try. Let me know how they play in the comments down below. If you guys aren't already, like I said, smash that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.